Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Tommy Gilmore with Noisy Bird Digital Marketing, and you are watching another episode of Spotlight Southern Utah, where if this is your first time, we speak every week to a new business owner, and I'm super excited because I'm here with Hayley from Bookdom Apothecary. So Hayley, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
So Hayley, tell people a little bit about Bookdom Apothecary, sort of how you got started and the story behind your business.
It was kind of spur of the moment, very much so. Kind of ended up with my husband moving back into his business and him needing office space, and just kind of hey, why don't we also open up a bookstore? The dream behind that is anytime I go visit my sister, we're always going to bookstores. And so there was a point in time where she was possibly going to be moving back to Cedar, and so we kind of hinted at the idea of us opening up a bookstore together. But she didn't move back, and it was just kind of the right opportunity where I had the chance to just kind of go with it, and we did. And so hence we have Bookdom Apothecary.
And how long ago has it been since you guys got the keys, and how long has it been since you opened?
So we got the keys last year in August, and we opened last year right around Halloween.
And that's what's really interesting is obviously, people can see the books behind us a little bit, but they have to come in to kind of appreciate everything that's here. I mean, you have a Christmas tree with some skulls on it, and
yep, my year-round Christmas tree, because I refuse to take it down because there's so much dang glitter, so it's an all-year Christmas tree.
Yep.
Just changes during the seasons.
That's awesome. So you have some cool stuff in here, and what's really cool is I remember you and I were talking, and you said not everything is just you, because you have some local vendors and some other things that you guys do as well as books, right?
Correct. We have about 25 local vendors. Some of those are local authors, some are just local artisans. We have, age range from 13 years old to retirement age.
Okay.
We have a lot of fantastic stuff. From pottery to earrings to artwork to crochet, it's fantastic, and we've been lucky to have everybody willing to come in and ask for a spot.
And so you guys really are more than a bookstore, it sounds like. I mean, obviously
Yes.
You guys sell books,
Yes.
but you're going for a vibe and sort of like an experience almost, it sounds like.
Yeah, so basically the books are my hobby, and my husband likes to say it's basically like giving an alcoholic a bar. You give a bookaholic a bookstore, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We wanted to make this space very oriented to the community, and that's why we have so many different artisans and authors. We do craft nights, and we host book clubs. We have author events here, and we're in the process of opening up a whole other business on top of this one.
So you guys hate free time is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah. We used to only be open 5 days a week, and then it was like, who needs days off? Let's open 7 days a week. So, right now it's just my husband and I that are working. We're pushing to try and get somebody else hired on, but we'll see how that goes.
You have to find the right person,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, obviously that kind of sways into my next question, which is, you guys are fairly new in the business, but obviously opening a business, getting it off the ground, getting things going, there's a lot of luck involved and a lot of, the stars coming in on the line, but there's also overcoming challenges and things that you have to kind of mess up and fix along the way, I'm sure.
Yes,
So
for sure.
what are one or two instances of that you've had to learn as you're opening up a business and getting loans, and I'm sure doing all this stuff?
We've done this loan free.
Oh, good job.
This was all thanks to my the little bit of retirement that I had set aside. So this is
your retirement.
This is basically my retirement, which hopefully it succeeds.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was the beginning that's been the biggest hurdle. We entered into this 100% in hard mode. We had the business license, we had the keys before we even had any idea what we were really doing. We did a little bit of research before that, but ultimately I went to other bookstores and kind of asked them how they did their process, and so that was a huge thing, was just, especially the bookstores in Salt Lake. They are very open to just kind of giving advice, and huge shout out to Legendarium. They were the ones that really sat down with me and gave me step by step what I needed to do and where to go and who to talk to, and kind of some of the hurdles that they had, and so kind of gave me the don't do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of just been kind of a learn as we go, which for me, as somebody who can get bored very easily, it's definitely not boring.
Yeah.
So keeps me on my toes every day, and especially trying to figure out which books to order in, and so that's been a huge thing as well, is
the inventory game that comes with running a retail store.
Yeah, which I'm not. I know retail. I've managed other stores and whatnot, but the bookstore aspect is definitely new.
Yeah.
I know books as a reader, and I know kind of the back end, and as I was a printer for a couple of years, and so I kind of know the process of the outside of things, but when it comes to actual like retail of books and trying to maintain things that people are going to want to read, that's been kind of the hit or miss.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we do a lot of special orders. And we typically go if somebody wanted this, then maybe somebody else. So we'll usually order a couple of extra.
Yeah.
So that's been super helpful. And so far everybody has been really keen on being able to special order books. So
yeah. So besides, the books and the special orders, you guys also do some events here, right?
Yeah, so we do the book club. So we have kind of a book adaptation, which is where when we meet, we'll watch the movie and then discuss the book. We have just a monthly pick book club, so that's kind of one that just kind of, it's usually a newer one, and I kind of alternate genres with that. And then we also have kind of a reader's cozy haven,
cool.
So people can just come and they hang out and read, and if they want to bring a craft or if they want to just bring their work, get out of the house, that's something that we've done, and we do that twice a month. And then we also have like our author events, which we'll have 2 in September, and it's been nice that we've been able to kind of keep that a little bit consistent. We've had some authors reach out, and we had a really good time with our fundraiser, and we had CR Hunt participating with that one, and then we also had Camry Kohler, she's from Salt Lake and absolutely adorable, and we're excited to have her back when she releases her next book.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, we've got 2 coming next month for the Southern Utah Book Festival, so that's going to be a huge thing.
Yeah. Do you know who they are yet?
It's Elizabeth Suggs and Jonathan Reddick. I hope I didn't butcher his last name. So they co-own a publishing house called Collective Tales Publishing in Salt Lake. I know that they're a lot smaller. They do a lot of anthologies. We did just recently get in some of their books. And then there's another one that it's more tentative on this one. Not quite sure if we'll be having her, but kind of same day. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So So
we'll actually have 3.
3,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 3 hopefully, but 2 for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a whole week event for Southern Utah Book Festival.
Awesome. So what are the dates for the book festival?
The dates are September 15th to September 20th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Come by the store and come meet some authors and check out the bookstore.
Yeah.
If not before then, at least come by for the book festival.
Yeah, and I mean, it won't just be here. It's going to be all around town. You can go online, southernutahbookfestival.org, I believe, and that gives you a bunch of different locations that they'll be hosting a bunch of interesting events. And
Yeah.
they'll have the main one September 20th, which is Saturday. They'll have a bunch of booths and authors that are going to be at the library and at the library park.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah. Well, so I mean, you're talking about everything that you got going on. You guys are trying to be involved in the community, get people to come, things like that. I'm sure it's not easy with being a newly established business to market these things and balance your marketing budget and getting people in the door and stuff like that. What are some challenges that come specifically for you with marketing a bookstore?
social media.
Okay.
Just flat out social media. Graphics is a little bit of a struggle as well, just trying to make sure that I have the right aesthetic and that it's consistent and so it's easy to see. And we do a lot of marketing, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Eventbrite is where we basically have all of our events.
Yeah. So is it just trying to be consistent with it, or is it?
Being consistent is a huge thing, finding the time when you have a whole other.
Yeah.
So that's one that, staying consistent on that is, and then also trying to do like book reviews as well, and not having enough time to read. That's been hard for me.
Yeah. You just want to do the fun stuff, but you have to do all the boring business stuff too.
It's not too boring, and like I said, it keeps me on my feet. But yeah, no, I just kind of had a little flashback from last year where I had 1 month where I read over 25 books, and I was like, oof.
Yeah.
Well, not doing that anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people feel that struggle with consistently going. Something that I've seen help a lot of businesses is going in bulk. So sometimes we feel like, oh man, like I have to sit down and get this. If you plan out like 2 hours and say, okay, I'm going to post 8 times this month, you can probably put together 8 posts in 2 hours. Like if you really put yourself to it, right?
Yeah. Except for with me, I get tunnel vision, and so if I'm working on something, I'm working on that. And it's time management has been kind of a little bit of a struggle of trying to, nope, I'm only giving myself this much time to work on this project. I just need to get it done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so, I mean, what works for me is I just set aside that time and I just say, okay, in this time block, I'm just going to work on my social media posts, or I'm going to work on, editing my podcast, or I'm going to, like, whatever that back end thing is that I need to do.
Yeah.
And it helps me because then I'm, like, in the zone and in the mode. And then sometimes I take the extra 15, 20 minutes on top of that to either finish it up, wrap it up, whatever.
Yeah. But
it's nice because with social media, you can kind of bulk those posts and like plan them out in a content calendar and stuff like that.
Yeah. We're actually communicating with my daughter-in-law. She might be taking over the social media.
Oh, that'll be so nice.
Yes. Just take that off my plate and we'll be good.
Yep.
So we're hoping for that.
There you go.
So.
Well, the last question I like to ask people about is, obviously being in business, you come kind of from a business world, but this is your first time owning a business, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much everybody around me, my dad, my brothers, my husband, they've all owned their own business. So it's like, I'm not alone in the having the knowledge of how to run a business, although it's the retail aspect. Nobody knows.
Okay.
So yeah, but at that point it's like, well, for the most part, I know retail.
Yeah.
It's the back end that
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my husband kind of just deals with the back end stuff, which is nice because then it allows me to focus more on the front end.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. And I'm sure, because your husband and other members of your family, you have some mentors, things like that. What's been the best piece of advice that somebody's given you since you opened that kind of helped you see things differently or understand your business a little better?
I don't know. That's tough. Basically just taking it day by day, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's, especially with retail, that's all you really can do is take it day by day. Because you never know how busy you're going to be one day and if you're going to be dead the next. So it kind of taking it as things aren't going to be consistent, but try like, if things are consistent, great.
Yeah.
So, and my husband basically said that slow growth is best.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever he means by that. But yeah, it's been interesting, to say the least, to have my own business. And I mean, I've been very blessed with having the support that I do have, and the community has been great to support us as well. And so we want to be able to give that back in some way, and so that's why we do some of the events we do. I think when we first opened, we did the meet and greet with the Grinch and meet and greet with Santa, where the books were free, and we had the Grinch and Santa sign the books, and so it just, and like a little photography moment, which was great. And to our surprise, the Grinch actually had more of a show than Santa did, and it was like, but I think that's because you have Santa all over the place, where I think we only have a couple of people.
The Grinch is a novelty for sure.
So we'll definitely be having the Grinch back this year, and I think we're also going to try and add in Krampus. So that we're seeing where we can do with that. So because that might not be as much of a free event, because the books for that are a little bit more up there in cost. So but I think that one's going to be fun. So
no, it sounds like you guys got some fun events coming up here in the fall, winter time, and for the holidays. So if people want to stay up to date on those events, do you post them mostly on Facebook, or what's the best place to follow you guys?
Oh goodness, really anything. Cross-post everywhere for the most part.
Okay.
Facebook is probably the best for RSVPing for events. And finding the link to Eventbrite.
Okay.
But if you're just kind of there to follow us for content, then
pick your favorite platform.
Basically.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hayley. This was really fun. It was fun to learn about your business, what you do. And guys, come check them out. Like she said, the store really does have a different feel. They've got some cool stuff going on, so follow them on Facebook to catch them at those different events that they're hosting. And guys, this has been another episode of Spotlight Southern Utah. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.